Okay, so I wanted to do like a weekly wrap up slash TBR slash currently reading thing. Um, so yeah, let's do that. Let's do that because I don't know. I haven't done it in a little while, at least in the aspect that I'd want to do it in. So yeah, so let's get into it. Starting off, I finished The Lightning Thief by it's not by Percy Jackson, by Rick Riordan, and I mean, I guess in a way, think about it, it is kind of by Percy Jackson because he's writing it. Whatever. But I really enjoyed this. I wasn't allowed to read like magical or mythology kind of things when I was younger. So I'm really getting into that now, and I really enjoyed this. Like, I loved this book. Like, I loved it. I loved it. And I'm waiting till the end of the week to get Sea Monsters because, you know, I have to be responsible and not blow all my money on a bunch of books. But I'm gonna get Sea Monsters at the end of this week. I read the graphic novel just to kind of get a feel and, like, you know, be content, if that makes sense. Like, what's the word? It kind of holds me over until I get a chance to read it. So I really enjoyed this. And if you haven't read Percy Jackson, I suggest that you do. No judgment if you haven't. So basically, just to give you like a quick rundown of what the book is about, because I don't want to give it away, in case there's anyone who's watching this and hasn't read the book. So basically, it's about this 12-year-old boy. His name is Percy Jackson, and he is what you call the troubled kid. He has dyslexia and ADHD, and he gets into a lot of fights at school, which results in him getting expelled and him transferring to new schools. And so at the school he's currently at, he's mostly just trying to keep it together. He doesn't want to get in trouble. But then there's like this incident with a teacher and a student. Well, really, the incident with the student started first, and the teacher was like, "Hey, let me talk to you," kind of thing. And the teacher turned out to be a fury, and tried to kill him. And so he's just like, "What's going on?" But then when he tried to talk to like his friend or his teacher about it, they're just like, "No, what are you talking about? Are you okay? What?" You know? So yeah, so they mostly trying to like cover it up for now because they're not sure. Well, now they're sure that he's a demigod, but they didn't know for sure like what's going on. And so he ends up going on a trip with his mom, which results in him going to Camp Half-Blood, which is camp for all demigods, the safest place for them. And so yeah, and then while he's there, he figures out that he is in fact a demigod, clearly, and he has all these abilities, and finds out who his father is. I don't want to give it away, I'm sure you know, but it's just so satisfying to read it, you know? And then they go on this great big quest to find the lightning bolt, the master bolt. That's why it's called the Lightning Thief, because, you know, they think he stole it, but he did not, and so he's looking for it. Okay, yeah. But yeah, it's so good. And just look at the cover. Doesn't it make you happy? It makes me so happy. Like, I love it. I love it. Okay. Now on to what I'm currently reading. I am reading Tomi Adeyemi's, is it Tomi or Tommy? I think it's Tomi. Children of Blood and Bone. And I had this copy for a little while, but I was reading another book at the time, so I wanted to get through those before I got to this. And I'm a little bit into it. Like, I'm like 15% according to Goodreads, but it's really good so far, actually. I'm not gonna lie, it did take me a little bit to get into it, because I was interested, but then it's just like I really need to focus on the writing and what's being said here. And once I did that, I was very drawn in, if you will. So just to give you a rundown, it's about this girl named Zeely, and she is a diviner. And diviner are basically people with magical abilities, but due to the political climate in their country, all the grown-up diviners were killed off, and so since her mother was never able to teach her ability before she was okay, let me go back. You don't get your ability until you're about 13, and she was 11 when her mother died, and so she's never able to learn the ability, and there was a raid which killed off all the grown-up diviners, so the young ones would never learn their power, so it just remained dormant. And then, so yeah, and then she is basically learning how to defend herself and trying to take care of, she and her brother are trying to take care of their dad and all that great stuff. And it comes to a point where royalty steps in and just basically trying to help them restore magic to the kingdom. And it's really cool, and that's it's really good. And I know that there's a second book coming out, and I think there's a movie deal for it already, which is pretty exciting. But yeah, this is what I'm currently reading. I'm going to try to get through a good bit of it today while I'm in the library at work. So yeah, I'm going to try to get through that. Now on to my TBR. It is lovely, so lovely. I'm so excited. So the first ones are the Spy Goddess mangas. As I read the series, I actually emailed the author, and he was saying to me that he was also kind of sad that the series wasn't going to be continued, but like if he ever found a publisher that wanted to publish the rest of the series so he could finish it, then yeah. But so yeah, it was pretty cool for him to email me back, and so I got these. So I wanted to get I've never read these. Like, I've read the novel versions, but I've always wanted to see what it looked like in terms of manga. But apparently, people hated these, and I don't know why. I feel like I honestly, when it comes to books being adapted into manga, I usually love it because it helps me kind of see. Like, I have a certain image in my head, and then I like to see what illustrators do with their own perception of the image, if that makes sense. So yeah, I have The Chase for Chalice and The Quest for the Lance, and it's pretty good. So I'm gonna I might read these today, honestly. I might read these today as well. Alright, so I have To All the Boys I've Loved Before by Jenny Han, and I didn't read it. I watched the Netflix movie, and it was so good, because I usually always watch movies before I read the book, because usually when I do it the other way around, there's always a detail that I'm kind of hung up on. But like, usually when I watch the movie first, I get the gist of the story and what's going on, and then I go back and read and see what they left out. So I'm really excited to read this, and I got it in the mail just a couple of days ago, so I'm pretty excited about that. So yeah, that's on my TBR. The next book on my TBR is Zenith by Lindsay Cumming and Sasha Ellsberg. And honestly, I'm gonna be honest with you, I don't know what this is about. I'm just gonna read it. I mean, I would read the back, but I don't want to. I'm just gonna read it. Cause I don't know, I wanna try this thing where I just go blind. So I haven't done any reading about this book. It looks like I'd enjoy it though. So yeah, I'm gonna read this, and I'm gonna be excited, and I'm gonna fangirl because I really love Sasha Ellsberg. So yeah, I'm just gonna go in blind with this. That's it. Another book I'm gonna do that with is Three Dark Crowns. I got this book back in September. Yeah, I'd say around like mid-September I got this book, and I have an idea what it's about, but I can't really explain it to you because it's just like, oh yeah, triplets, who's gonna take the crown, kind of thing. So yeah, they have all these abilities, which is pretty dope, but I'm not gonna read into it until like I read it, if that makes sense. Like, I just want to like, I don't want to go in with any expectations, if that makes sense. Like, I just want to read it and kind of try to guess my way through it, if that makes sense. So yeah. And the next book is The Probability of Miracles by Wendy Wonder, and I have like a slight idea what this is about. Oh man, I said I wasn't gonna read the back, and I did. But it's okay though. It's okay though. I'm just gonna read it. So yeah, this one seems a little bit shorter than the other one, so I might read this one after I read Children of Blood and Bones. I got this book back in August. And since it's shorter than some of the other books that I grabbed, then I might just go through that, you know. And another book is Illuminate. And I checked this out from my campus library, and I'm kind of excited about it, you know. And I'm not gonna, I want to do this with every single new book that I get if I don't already know what it's about. I'm just gonna read it, you know, just gonna read it. Because I feel like I've heard the series is very good, and I'm just gonna go into it, man. Just gonna go into it. So yeah, and it's so big, and I'm really excited about that. Really excited about that. And lastly, A Million Little Pieces by James Frey. I started to read this book and then I stopped because I looked it up and found out that he lied, and I was like, oh, I feel hurt. I don't want to read this. But you know, one of my friends, she said that, yeah, even though he did lie, it's still a pretty good read, so I would read it. And I'm just like, okay. You know, I just, like, it still has Oprah's book club sticker on it. Like, I don't know. I'll just have to see, because I just, you know. But yeah, I'll see. I'll probably read it, because I did buy the book. Not for a lot, but I did buy it, so I might as well make use of that. So yeah, that's it. Thanks for watching. I will see you guys later. I'm definitely gonna try to finish Children of Blood and Bone Blood and Bone by the end of this week, if I can. And so yeah, I'll keep you guys posted. Thanks.